And so in 98, I became selfish, and I'm honest to tell you that. I'm as honest as I can tell you. I became selfish, and I began working on me. And I began working on me without asking anybody's permission other than Christ. Lord, if you say, and that's where I focused. And so, when people try to interrupt my thoughts or my life with their concerns, I rejected it. And when it got so hard that I had family coming at me from every direction, I rejected all of them. I stepped back from all of them. I stopped taking phone calls, and it became a me and God moment. And that's where it was.
Tell me, but when you found out the news about your dad, and my condolences even now about that,
Thank you.
about
Thank you.
that. But what was your thoughts, and who in your life took his place? Sometimes a brother will stand up or uncle will come in.
Mm-mm.
No.
Nobody. My dad got killed in '93,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna tell you this thing about my dad. And when you hear me talking about still being dad's girl, my mom called me this morning, and she says your dad thinks I'm turning you guys away against him. And my parents had a volatile relationship, and later, in which you got to read the book because it's just as candid about it whatsoever. It just
Mhm.
our reality, what the world was seeing and what was going on, but it was
Wow.
crazy. And so, um, so I didn't want any parts of it that day. So I got up, got my daughter up. At the time, I only had two kids, and I got my daughter up. My son was at work, summer job with my husband at the time. So I got up and I ran. I ran from the phone call all day. I'm not trying to hear it. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not gonna participate in it. That's you guys' mess. I'm not dealing with that. And I stayed gone all day. And I stayed gone spending money I did not need to spend, running shopping that I did not need to shop, but just trying to not come home, right? And
Mhm.
when I came home, the phone was ringing. I stayed going all day to the point where I totally forgot, And when I came home, the phone was ringing, and I ran to the phone, and it was my dad. And
Mm.
I talked to him for 3.5 hours,
Wow.
and he was in so much pain and anguish with stuff going on with him and my mom. And I listened to him, and I'll be grateful that God allowed me to do that because that's the last time I talked to him.
Mhm.
And what I said to him is like, Daddy, let go, just let go, go find you some peace, just let go. I mean, my father got killed, and so I didn't talk to him anymore. But it crushed my heart. So many things about his death crushed my heart, because he was gone for weeks before we found.
Yeah.
And I, honest to goodness, don't think he would have allowed us to be missing that long.
Mhm.
But I'm here. So with me being here, I don't know any of the stuff. As far as I know, he's home. I
Right.
don't know. Um, and honestly, and I say this honestly in the book, any day I didn't get a phone call from him or my mom was a good day.
Mhm.
Because it was just that much turmoil. So I thought, no phone call, everything's all right. And so I
Mhm.
didn't know he was missing, and not till his secretary called and asked me had I heard from him. And then when I recognized, and she hadn't heard from him, and then we started to backtrack and whatever, and so but I don't. That was the number for me. It was a number of weeks by that time. So